Very much to Toby. Fucking, as I said, well, he said, fourth or fifth time, something like that, doing comedy. Here with my buddy Eric. We were talking about his girlfriend earlier, which I wrote down a joke, but all I wrote down was Eric's girlfriend, so I don't know. She's young, she's hot, which brings me to my next point. What is everybody's favorite kind of ring? Mine is statutory, so everybody here is safe. I mean, it is 21 and over club, right? I talked about recently my dad. My mom was 15, he was 27, so to me that's like the most beautiful love in the world is when they're younger than you. Rashad, so kindly mentioned earlier, 16, he goes like this. I'm like... But that, like I said last week, all my statutory rape jokes are only funny to me half the time because they're an inside joke between me and myself. You might notice some new headgear lately. I mentioned I'm a huge wrestling fan. These are Becky Lynch's goggles. I paid $10 for them and $5 for a box of Bootios, which I had to assemble myself. I paid $5 for an empty box that I had to assemble myself, but that's how much I like wrestling, I guess. My buddy Eric, he's down there. He's going with the girlfriend, or whatever. He's recording me and everything. I showed my buddy Manny some YouTube videos here recently, but the only reason he thought they were funny was because of the pauses before the buffering stops. I was hoping that would work, so I'm gonna start doing it. So yeah, I started wearing the goggles, finally brought them tonight, even though I told the joke like a few weeks ago. It's like I finally grew the nut hair to do that, finally grew the nut hair to tell the joke about my dad there. The whole statutory rape thing. I also told recently, it's like, big wrestling fan, my mom, she said she should have got with Chris Benoit. My dad wishes she would have too. One of my earliest memories, and only memories of them still being together, and I don't know why, I think there might be a common denominator here, follow me. Shortly after my brother and I were born, we never remember our parents being together, so I think we might be the common denominator, but one of my earliest memories is my mom hitting my dad in the head with an iron skillet, which my father's mother gave my mother to hit my dad's head with that skillet, so I don't know. Spousal abuse jokes might not go over as well as statutory rape jokes. That was just my little study right here. I talked to my brother on the way up, my brother Jeremy. I actually went to visit him in rehab one time. He was in rehab in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Funny fucking story about that. I about got kicked out of the rehab that he was in, strictly for visiting, because they were talking about cross addiction. We were encouraged to visit during this session about cross addiction. And I'm like, rehab, if you haven't been there, very, very religious place. And I to me, you can fucking imagine. I was like, yeah, Jesus Christ, he was a cross addict, wasn't he? So that's just one fucking brother story. He actually got pissed at me one time because he was going after some stripper. He had a fetish for strippers at the time. That wasn't the joke, Ben. But he's going after a stripper, and her name is Lucky, and for the fucking life of me, I cannot figure out why my brother is going after a stripper that is named after a dog. So I talked about my boss last week. Yeah, I'm going to reference a lot of previous jokes. We talked about how at my one job at the Mid-America Center where I work with IRC, our catchphrase there is I get to say something offensive and he gets to say, have you met Cody? And at our other job where I build fences, I just have to fucking look at a girl and they say, no Cody, no Cody. No. So my little pickup line that I came up with is have you met Cody? Would you like to know Cody? That's usually the response I get too. So. Anyways, I mentioned my brother Jeremy and how I visited him in rehab. We've done a lot of fucking crazy shit together, but we fucking went to a methadone clinic once, hence rehab. And if you've never been to a methadone clinic, every day you go, it's like Black Friday out there. The line is endless. Anyways, once again, Toby, everybody. I'm Cody Rubey.